what my baby, my 1-year-old baby ate in a day. My final baby. I'm really in a kind of mourning period now that they're getting into the toddler phase. I'm never gonna be pregnant. I'm never gonna be pregnant again. I'm never gonna unswaddle a baby. I mean, hopefully I'll have grandkids, but not for a long time at least will I unswaddle a baby and see the little baby stretch. Oh, it's really hitting me that like, this is it, I'm done. And part of me's like, hey, I'm never gonna have to deal with the newborn. Oh my God. Yay, I'm never gonna be pregnant again. Yay. That last pregnancy was so exhausting. God, I hated it. I hated it. Why do I want to be pregnant again? I don't, but I do. And I should say, you're not gonna see baby in the video. I'm very sorry because they're so cute. But you will not see my kid in the video. I do not show them on this channel. I say them. It's weird, but I do. And of course, this is not this is how you should feed your kids. I've been very vocal about how uncomfortable I am with people feeding their kids vegan without the help of a pediatrician and with a dietitian, specifically doctors who actually understand vegan nutrition for kids. You need to have a good understanding of nutrition, specifically nutrition for vegans, for vegan children. But it certainly is possible. I've done it 3 times now and all my kids are super healthy and happy. I thought I'd share. And also it's just exciting to have a baby who actually eats food, you know? So it's kind of an exciting video for me to make. Anyway, I have a 1-year-old. I also have a 6-year-old and a 4-year-old. This is what my 1-year-old ate in a day. This was Sunday. I tend to make a kind of bigger breakfast on Sunday. I did some Beyond sausage patties. We love those things, delicious, and we still have a bunch of boxes that we got for super cheap from Grocery Outlet like months ago. Sometimes I'll do just egg if it's on sale, or maybe some of what's the bacon that they like, sweeter. And I'll make waffles or French toast, or what I did this morning was scones, actually. I don't believe I've ever had a scone. I know I've never made a scone, but I had a lemon that needed to be used and I just Googled healthy lemon thing. A vegan whole wheat lemon scone recipe came up and I went, okay, and I made it. And it was damn delicious. I might have eaten like half of them. So baby got one of those without the glaze. And like I said, some of the Beyond sausage patty and some strawberries. They love strawberries. And before that, actually, this is what they have first thing in the morning because they wake up very, very hungry. They do sleep through the night. They get their milk. They are on soy formula. I do not breastfeed. I did a little bit with them, but yeah, that didn't last. Breast is best, but like marginally so. It's really not that much better than formula. I feel totally fine feeding them. The Similac soy formula is what we use, and they've been on that pretty much their entire life. They got a little bit of breast milk early on. All my kids have been on Similac soy. My first was mostly breast milk for the first 6 months, and then I started to wean because I exclusively pumped. I didn't nurse, and then with my second, I pulled out the pump and got so depressed and said no and went right to formula. And then, like I said, this one I did do pumping for, I think it was just like 2 weeks. And Anyway, check out Emily Oster for more info on breastfeeding and other pregnancy and child rearing evidence-based stuff. Highly recommend all of her stuff. They get some soy formula in the morning, and then later we'll have some more, another several ounces, 7 ounces or so, or they will have the Silk soy milk. This is what my other kids drink. Now that they're a year, we're weaning them off of the formula. The Silk is fortified with calcium and B12 and vitamin D, vitamin A as well. Very, very important that you get a milk with protein, and that's fortified. You don't want to give little babies almond milk. So they have their milk first thing, and then, like I said, they got some of the breakfast. They only ate a little bit of that at first because a whole 7 ounces of milk really fills them up. So they had the rest of that more towards lunchtime, I think. And I should also say they have 2 bottom teeth and now have 2 top teeth, which is new for us and very exciting. This is the first time we've had a baby get teeth on a more normal schedule. Their first tooth popped out like right at 6 months. With my first, they did not get their first tooth until about a year. And my second, it was actually later than a year. It's so funny seeing video and photos of my second one, my like 13-month-old with no teeth. It's a sight. So with my first, they didn't want to eat anyway. They honestly would have been happy to just have formula until they were like 3 years old, I think. This one not only has some teeth, but loves food. I cannot explain to you how amazing this is. For me, it is not what we're used to at all. This baby loves any and all food. It was actually a little bit concerning, a couple months or so ago, a few months ago now, when we started feeding them more foods, and like immediately they just wanted food. They didn't want formula anymore. They didn't want milk anymore. And it was like, oh my God, like you need liquid. This is no. So yeah, that was a little bit stressful there. Pretty much anything you give them, they will eat and nod at you like, yes, amazing. More, please. Revolutionary. So nice. Then at some point, I don't know when, but they had some bits of tofu I had cooked the night before, just in a pan with some oil and salt and pepper. Just broke that into pieces for them. They love tofu. They also had a few pieces of broccoli with that too, just some microwave steamed broccoli with salt on it, I think. This delicious bowl of mush. It's literally just infant cereal and applesauce. The infant cereal is a little special though. It's this, whatever they call it, power blend or something from Gerber that's got some lentil in it, maybe some carrot, a bunch of stuff. So that's really cool. It's not just oat or the regular multigrain one. It's so cool, the different like plant-based stuff they have now that they didn't have when I had my first, just, 7 years ago. And we like this because we found that sometimes they just don't want to eat. Like they're hungry, but they don't want to pick up things. It's like too much work for them seemingly, and they don't want any sort of liquid. And then we'll pull out this bowl of mush and they're like, yes, and they'll eat the whole bowl. Also, these puffs, these little Gerber puffs, we fed them to all of our kids. It's how we got our second one to start crawling, actually. This one doesn't crawl, this one just scoots, and it's super funny. I usually use these as like a, oh no, baby's starting to cry, I need to finish dinner, I need like 10 more minutes. Here's some puffs, shake them out on the floor, go get them. And that'll keep them busy for a good 10 minutes or so. And finally, we have a plate of some avocado with a little bit of salt on it and some salty smoked paprika, garlic powder, pepper, onion powder, really, really simple fried chickpeas that I just pan fry in some olive oil. Some more beans. These are some pinto beans that I cooked with onion and sweet potato, and again, some ancho chili powder, probably smoked paprika, maybe oregano. Some broccoli that I did end up dipping in ranch dressing for them. They do like some flavor. And that's also something I should say. You've probably noticed I don't really cook different things for baby. I don't make like more simple food for them. They basically eat what we eat, which means I don't really limit salt. That's a little controversial, and definitely don't listen to me. I'm just a dumb YouTuber. I'm not a pediatrician or a dietitian or anything. Certainly speak to your pediatrician. But from what I understand, there really isn't much evidence on the whole, severely limit salt for babies under a year old, around a year old, whatever the age is. So I don't really put much attention on it, to be honest. I just feed them what we eat. Unless it's something they can't eat, right? I'm not going to give them whole nuts or something. And I think that was it for today. Oh, did I mention their second thing of milk? I think I did say they had another thing of milk. And they also had some juice. We love the V8 strawberry banana juice. That's another kind of controversial thing. I think even my pediatrician, the little, packet I get every time we go in for an appointment is like, kids don't need juice. I personally give all my kids juice because they're vegan and are at virtually no risk for obesity, which is the main concern with juice, is just extra unnecessary calories. But this juice is actually pretty healthy and they really like it. And again, I'm not worried about obesity or anything. So yeah, we do juice. But again, as always, talk to your doctor. They probably had some other bites of stuff. I might have been eating a banana or something and they had some of that, right? They're babies. I'm busy. It's hard to record every single thing, but I think I got pretty much everything. And yeah, it's a pretty healthy day. Lots of protein, lots of vitamin A from the sweet potato, and even some from the strawberries and the broccoli. Lots of healthy fats from the avocado and the olive oil. Lots of fiber, obviously. Pretty impossible not to get a lot of fiber on a vegan diet. Supplements. We do give them half of a Renzo's vitamin. We've been using Renzo's for years for our other kids. And now this one, because they're so good at chewing and everything, we give them half of one of those. It's a little melty tab. It's not a gummy. And we also give them their little vitamin D tablets, not every day. And we give them some liquid DHA. I should probably say a little bit about baby-led weaning. I don't think the evidence really supports it as like this is how you should feed your kid. I think you feed your kid whatever works for you and works for them and gets them the nutrients that they need. Personally, I've seen such a big difference among my 3 kids because my kids are different. Again, my first one did not really eat a lot of food, so most of the food we fed them was by spoon, just so we could get them to try new things because they were not interested in eating, and they also had issues with texture and all that sort of stuff. Whereas this one is the exact opposite. They love eating and they love picking up food and getting messy and feeding themselves. And so most of the stuff we give them is baby-led, right? Is just little pieces of stuff for them to pick up and eat. Thank you so much for watching, everybody. I hope you enjoyed it. Like the video if you did. Subscribe if you want to see more stuff from me. Hit the bell if you want to be notified when I upload more stuff. And thank you so much to all of my patrons at patreon.com/unnaturalvegan. Thank you for supporting the channel, and I do post 2 exclusive videos there a month for $5 plus patrons. I just uploaded the controversial one for June. It's a hodgepodge of stuff, bunch of different topics, and I have some shirts, just some silly stuff, and I have an Amazon store page as well with stuff I recommend. And that's it for me. Thanks again, guys. New video soon.